Hello, I'm Sensei Kakuyo, North American Correspondent for Buddhistdoor Global. Thanks for joining me for this episode of The Ordinary Buddhist. The title of today's talk is Ignorance and Chicken Scratch. Before we get into that, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post talks in the future. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great too. I've noticed some very interesting things about our chickens here on the homestead. One of them being how they like to eat. Generally, as chickens go throughout their day, they scratch at the soil, trying to uncover worms and bugs and other tasty treats. And they peck with their beaks in order to pick up whatever they happen to find and want to eat. And this works well, except for one problem. In addition to whatever they find when they're in the chicken run, I also give them fresh feed and water every day. Sometimes I even give them treats like watermelon or pumpkin. Now what's funny is that twice a day I have to change out their water. Sometimes I even have to change out their feed, not because they've drank all the water or eaten all of the feed, but because they've gotten dirt into the containers. The issue comes that when they scratch at the dirt, they don't keep track of where the dirt goes. So they scratch and a bunch of stuff that's not supposed to be there ends up in their water feeder. Now, it's not a big deal. I'm happy to go about my day and clean out their water for them. But there is a word for this in Buddhism. It's called ignorance. The chickens are so caught up in the habit energy around their scratching at the dirt that they don't see the problems they are causing for themselves. Which is why I have to come in, change their food, change their water twice a day. Not a big deal when we're talking about chickens, but it can be a huge problem when humans act out of ignorance. We, like them, have our own karma. We have our own habit energy that causes us to do things that may or may not be helpful. This is why the practices of traditional Buddhism, bowing, chanting, meditation, sutra study, are so important. They slice through our ignorance, help us see through our delusions so that we can see the consequences of our actions more clearly. As we do this, as we clear ourselves of our ignorant minds, we become less like chickens scratching at the dirt and more like Buddhas sitting on the cushion. Amitabha.